No way around it. Sometimes on the family farm, you got to help out the kids to figure out where to put stuff. And this is a little drawing that my daughter came up with to put her crocheted animals in. And she said, "Dad, can you help me build this?" Well, what dad isn't going to help their child, right? I mean, that goes back to the biblical times, right? As a dad, you get some wood. Sometimes it's used and crappy, but you throw it out on the tailgate and you say, "Look, I think we can get this done with a little bit of wood here." And trust me, my poor daughter Tabitha, she looked at me like, "Are you kidding me, Dad? These are old stakes and junk. I want something that looks nice." I said, "When you get done, it'll look nice, girl. You just need to put a little craftsman love into it." We had to find some of the edge pieces and cut them right. Had to kind of teach her how to use the miter saw a little bit better than normal because we had to cut some weird angles. And once we started cutting and sanding and getting off the words off the stakes, things started to come together with the envision that she had on that piece of paper about 2 hours ago. This project took us about 4 days in total to make because we had to glue the ends and pin nail the ends and cut the angles and struggle with a lot of different sanding on those stakes to get the words off them. And then of course there was the painting and the felting and stuff, but it really was a fun project for her. I gotta admit, she did a great job on it. I think it's gonna look really cool in a bedroom. We had some old pine boards that were just about the right length. She was able to cut them into shelving, and this thing is like literally completely recycled wood. All garbage wood on the farm put together to make it work. The back of this, I had some old, it's not really an oak plank, but it's more of a hardwood plank, and it's veneered on one side, or well, it's a glued wood on one side, and the other side is just like a pine. So I laid them down and helped her cut them out so they'd be the right size to her background. Again, a lot of woodworking here that she probably wasn't as used to as she has been in the past with things. And it turned out to really, really, really come to life. Made a mess on the floor a bit, but you know, hey, that's what it goes on day one. But she got it all together. It took a little bit of sweat and work. A lot of tape measuring. What do they say? Measure twice. Well, when you're teaching someone, try like measuring 5-6 times. It doesn't go fast, folks. But it's the love of the project. It's the art you're doing that turns the craft or the project into the skill that it needs to be. And I think she's really going to like it. Here it is before she started working with it and touching it up. And then she put a few of her animals on it. Now, she has crocheted all these animals, and she wanted somewhere nice to display them. And I thought, well, I'll take her drawing and I'll make it, and it'll be this nice wood thing. And then she looked at it and said, "Nope, it needs to be more barnish." And I said, "Well, if you want to make it more of a barn, let's play with the farm. We have red barns, white roofs, and let's see if we can do it." That was just a no-brainer. She's got a good talent to paint. She's good at fine detail. Thankfully, the school she's in teaches her the patience of artwork. It took 2 coats of red and I think 3 coats of white. Took quite a bit of paint to get this done. She had to use some painter's tape here and there to keep the edges clean because the paint kept wanting to run down the little slants. And we were able to get it all done with pretty much oil-based paint. My bride, Molly, thankfully she's got a sewing shop in the house, and we had felt. Felt works perfect for kind of giving that green grass look to this. And it also helps the little crocheted items from sliding down on the shelf because it gives a little bit of grip to it. So she cut out some felt pads. And we hot glued them on, is the best way I can describe it. Late at night here, it's 8, 9 o'clock at night, and we're hot gluing away right before the 4th of July. It's looking good, folks. As you can see here, she's just kind of pushing down the corners and trying to smooth it out and stretch it. And then, of course, it's hardly dry. I mean, literally, the paint, the glue, everything, it's hardly dry. And she's got to play with her animals. She's got to get her horse and her cow and her pig and get it all in the stand and see what it looks like. She just really wanted to see. And it really looks cute, folks. It looks class act. I told her, I said, this thing is really pretty. Once she set it all up and she put her animals up, you know how this goes, folks. The first thing out of her mind is, I need some more on it. It needs a few more. It's missing something. And to be quite honest, I wasn't sure what to tell her. I mean, we had gone through all this work in 4 days, And you know, she's got the horse and the cow and the duck, and I think she's got a rabbit and a pig and a chicken. And I'm thinking, what more can we do? And lo and behold, she goes into the bedroom that night and she pops up some videos and she figures out how to do it. And here's the finished product, folks. Baby chicks were added. How cute is that? What a fun project on the farm. I hope you enjoyed the video, folks. Please like and subscribe.